You know us. Look at my diamonds, they dance. Petro coat paint is the fashion.
What's going on, people? Your boy, man Mike, coming at you guys with yet another key to victory. 3 keys to victory. Atlanta Falcons, New Orleans Saints. Before we get started with that, I want to ask you guys to continue to support your boy. I'm almost at 3K, 10 subscribers away from 3,000. Okay, so I need 10 people to hit that subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Help your boy get to 3,000. But let's get straight to it, man. 3 keys to victory is running the ball. You have to have balance, because if the Falcons come out throwing the ball, getting a long shootout with the New Orleans Saints, man, we're going to be in for a rude awakening. It's going to get ugly, and it's going to get ugly fast, because we're in New Orleans. We are in New Orleans, all right? New Orleans is a place where strange crap happens to us, all right? It may not happen for everybody else, but strange things happen when we are playing in New Orleans. So we can't come out, half-assing, coming out thinking we're just going to, blow the roof off the New Orleans Saints defense. They're playing extremely well right now, okay? Dennis Allen had those guys absolutely believing in themselves, and they've come a long freaking way. They've come a long freaking way from those 79 years where they had great offensive numbers. He passed for 5,000 yards pretty much 3 years in a row, and those guys still ended up in 79 because the defense was so freaking awful. We know how that is in Atlanta. We know exactly how that is in Atlanta. When you have an offense that's putting up crazy numbers, but the defense can't stop anybody. That sounds familiar to you guys? It definitely sounds familiar to your boy, man Mike. So, gotta play some good, gotta have balance, get that running game going, because like I said before, cannot get in the shootout with these guys. If so, they're gonna blow us out of the freaking water. You know what I'm saying? Because look, man, that defense is a very, very good defense, and like I said, if we don't run the ball, it's gonna get ugly. All right. Number 2 is the play calling. The play calling, and this is all eyes on Dirk Cutter. There's been debate amongst myself and a couple of other people. I'm just gonna wait and see how this transpire. But there's some debate amongst fans that said they not really sure if Dirk Cutter was calling the plays last week, because the offense looked pretty good. A lot of people said it was Matt Ryan and Greg Knapp. Yeah, they said they were responsible for what was going on with the offense last week, okay? That they were calling the plays and wonder why Matt Schaub looked so good. Well, Matt Ryan knows his offense. He knows Matt Schaub. He knows what he likes. All right? He knows what he likes. Greg Knapp knows what he likes. These guys pretty much, Greg Knapp just coached in the West Coast offense for pretty much all his career. Goes back to the 49ers days. So he knows this West Coast offense. And this, maybe this is no coincidence why the offense looks so great. The offense looks so much better, all right, without Matt Ryan last week. And that's because you didn't have all of those long developing plays. Long developing plays with an offensive line that is struggling, and pass protection, that's your worst enemy. That's the worst enemy, and ultimately what got Matt Ryan hurt. All these long developing plays. Let's get the ball out of Matt Ryan's hand. Get the ball out of Matt Schaub's hand and let them do what they do best. Let these athletes do what they do best. And that's run these 4-2, 4-3 speed. Use their speed, use their athleticism. You got a tight end in Austin Hooper who's absolutely amazing. Teams are calling, trying to get him. Trying to pry him away from the Atlanta Falcons. You know what I'm saying? So use guys like Austin Hooper. These guys are amazing athletes. So we have to let these guys be athletes. Julio Jones is probably one of the most all-around physically gifted receivers I've ever seen. There's only one guy that he reminds me of. And a lot of people not going to like when I say this, but he reminds me of Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens was one of those receivers where, look, you hate his attitude, but this guy was physically a monster. Fast, strong, could run every single route on the route tree. This is Julio Jones. He's physically gifted. That's what he does well. You know what I'm saying? Julio is a monster. Let Julio get in the open field, let him cause havoc. You saw the play. We all saw the play what he did to Green Bay. That man called a crossing route and took that son of a gun to the house, bro. This is what Julio Jones can do, Calvin Ridley can do in the open field. Let these guys use their athleticism. Let them use their 4.2, 4.3, 4.5 speed. And get run yards at the catch. We don't have to have these, Aaron Rodgers throws where he's throwing the ball 40, 50 yards in the air. We don't need that. A lot of teams don't need that. Let these guys be athletes. Okay? So let these guys be athletes and let them do what they do best. Got to get better play calling. All right, got to get better play calling with Matt Ryan as the quarterback, okay? And like I said before, a lot of people are kind of confused on why the offense looks so great without Matt Ryan, because it was a completely different game plan. You can't go in with the same game plan with Matt Ryan and Matt Schaub. One, Matt Schaub just doesn't have the arm strength to do that. He doesn't have the arm strength that Matt Ryan does. You talk about Matt Ryan has a noodle arm. Look, that dude, I can throw farther than him. I can throw farther than Matt Schaub. All right, so you can't come in and expect him to throw these deep passes to Julio Jones. It's not going to happen. He doesn't have the arm strength for that. All right, and the final one. The secondary. I'm looking forward to the secondary and the changes that has been made. And no, I'm not going to talk about Devondre sorry-ass Campbell. No, I'm not going to talk about him. I'm not going to talk about how bad he is in coverage and how he's caused a lot of problems because he can't cover a soul when they pick at him. No, I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the secondary and the move from Raheem Morris. Raheem Morris is now the secondary's coach. He replaced Dan Brock, and now he's going to be looking over the corners. All right, Dan Brock is going to go from, he's going to handle the safeties, and Raheem Morris is going to pretty much handle the corners. All right, handle corners and expect what Raheem Morris, what he loves to do and what the system he comes from, that Tampa 2. So I fully expect the Atlanta Falcons to use a lot of cover 2. You have Demonte Casey back in his position where he needs to be, and that's free safety. He's a better free safety than he is a corner. That's just call a spade a spade. The Falcons should no longer experiment with Demonte Casey at corner again. That should not happen. He is a better safety than he is a corner. That's just the way it is. Okay, you got to understand that, dog. You're a better safety than you are a corner. Ricardo Allen at strong safety look much better. He's a much better communicator. So you have Demonte Casey and Ricardo Allen and the secondary doing their thing at free safety and safety. Going to run a lot of cover 2. Got to run a lot of cover 2 man. We're going to run a lot of cover 2 man, a lot of cover 3 zone, cover 2 zone. Falcons is just going to be all over the place. So I expect the Atlanta Falcons, Isaiah Oliver, Desmond Trufant, if Desmond Trufant play, he is and will in fact be a game time decision. But the Atlanta Falcons will indeed run a ton of man coverages. Man press coverages. This is what we wanted. Man press coverages. This is what I'm hoping. This is what I'm expecting to see out of Raheem Morris. And why would you make the move? Why would you make a move with Raheem Morris, who's known for press and cover 2? He comes from that Tampa 2. He's come from that Tampa 2 system. All right. So this is exactly what I'm expecting from Raheem Morris. But this is the keys to victory. All right, the keys to victory, one more time, the running game. play calling, and the secondary looking for those guys to use a lot more man press and cover it too. So let me know what you guys think about this. What are your 3 keys to victory? Do not forget to hit that subscribe button. All right? Your boy, man, Mike is out, man. Peace.